Do, do, do. Later. Hi. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? So tonight we're going to talk about goddess stuffs. Been cleaning. I'm going to do the same thing. Although I've been cleaning all day and it's literally gotten nowhere with all the stuff at my house right now. Interesting enough. So, how is everyone? I know in a few minutes everybody else will come in. I'm a little early. Not by much. We're going to talk about Demeter. Goddess Demeter. And, yeah, talk about stuffs. Let me share to all our peoples here. Okay. What is this one? Hello. Hope everybody is doing good. Hey, Shelly. How are we doing? Hi. Hey, Elaine. How are you? Smelling one of the oils Nadine made me. Oh, I just got some on my eyeball. There we go. Hey, Avron, how are you? Hello. Hi, Chica. How are you? So I'm not going to go through the entire Demeter story because I did go over it earlier in the month. I was going to do punch, but I can't honestly taste it, so I couldn't tell you anything. I couldn't drink it or anything. So I'm going to post a recipe for it later if you want to do it, until, I can actually participate and play in the recipe. So, but I do have one, so I'll post that. How's everyone tonight? Welcome in. Hey, Stephanie. So we are doing lots of stuff within our community. If you're new in here and want to join, can you? Well, of course you can. Get your butt in here. Yeah. Let's see. No, you're good. Yeah, everyone up. Do. Hi.
Hello.
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, thank God. I haven't been able to do anything, and I was going to get a new phone next week, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get it now. Forget it.
Yay! We're so excited to see your face.
Hi, guys. I miss y'all. I could actually do this again and do all the things. My camera was broken. My mic was broken. It was not fun.
I'm so glad you're going to be able to do it. We're going to do paranormal tomorrow night, so.
I will be working tomorrow night, but I will try to make another one.
Yeah, we're going to do probably 3 a month. So I'll shoot you over some dates and stuff like that on once I get them set down. That way, if you can, then you're welcome to join. So.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you for the test. I just wanted to make sure it worked. So y'all have good. I'll see you in the chat.
Bye.
How do I get out? I don't even remember.
Let's see. Oh, disconnect. There we go. That's funny. All right. She's got herself a new phone, so now she can go live with us. That'll be fun. All right. So tonight we're talking about Goddess Demeter. I did a live earlier in the month and talked a little bit about her. If you're in Blend Your Spirit, I added a video and some pictures, and I'll add some more things, including a punch recipe. So I'm going to go through just a very quick, and then I'm going to go through a little bit more. So earlier in the month, we learned who Demeter is. Who is Demeter's daughter? Let's see what we remember. Who is Demeter's daughter? Who knows? Who is Demeter's daughter? Persephone. I love me some Persephone. Yep, Persephone. So, long story short, Persephone, her daughter, was, we're just going to say, smelling some flowers in the garden. And Hades came up, either took her or she was like, hey, bad boy, let me jump in your wagon. And she ended up down with Hades in the underworld. And Demeter was not happy about it, was not happy at all. And so since she is the goddess over crops and things of that nature, she decided she was not going to allow any crops to be grown. She was going to destroy and be destructive until she saw her daughter. She heard through the grapevine that Hades had her, and Hecate lifted her torch and took her down into the underworld to go and get Persephone. And there they discovered Persephone, and they discovered that she had eaten a pomegranate from Hades, and she could only come up above ground 6 months out of the year, hence where they would say the seasons would come from. And so in the spring is when she is said to come back up. That's when things start to bloom. And then as it becomes fall and winter, that is when she is said to descend. And so Demeter is her mama. Her mama went with Hecate down into the underworld to go retrieve her. So that is just one of Demeter's stories. There's several, but I'm going to read to you some different things. So the myth of Demeter and Persephone explain the natural cycle of the seasons, but symbolize the eternal bond between mother and daughter. Okay. And this doesn't have to be blood mother, right? You can have spiritual moms. You can have other people that have this divine feminine energy, but it symbolizes the eternal bond between mother and daughter and the resilience of life and nature. It is a story of loss and reunion, death and rebirth, reflecting the ancient Greeks' understanding of the natural world. And okay, perfect. Thank you. And if you're in here, a raffle will end tonight. I'm going to do the drawing tomorrow. So if you do want to join the raffle, there is a $200 prize, a $100 prize, and a $50 prize, and a couple other smaller ones. The tickets are $5 each. And the tickets are buy one, get one free today. And it actually goes towards helping others that cannot afford to go to the retreat to be able to go to the retreat. So it's going in a fund separately from everything to help assist with that. That is me and Butterfly Creations. It'll be big packages. So it ends tonight. I am going to put Witch Scoops for next Friday. I'm going to have to because I've had to move everything home. And it'll be impossible for me to get to everything with me having to move everything from the hedge home. So I apologize for that, but I promise you it'll be done next Friday. And I'm going to release the calendar and it'll have it on there. So it explains the natural cycle of seasons, the eternal bond between mother and daughter, the resilience of life and nature, and just human emotion. Okay. Here's 20 facts about Demeter. Okay. 20 facts for you to know. She is the goddess of agriculture. She is primarily known as the goddess of agriculture, grain, and the harvest. And therefore, when she was angry, she just didn't let anything become fertile, right? Everybody was going to starve. She didn't care because she wanted her daughter, right? She didn't care. She was just going to make everything cease to exist. She is the daughter of Titans. She is the daughter of the Titans Cronus and Rhea. Her siblings are, Demeter's siblings include, and I'm going to say this, but you have to remember back in those days, sisters, brothers, parents, whatever, like everybody was all one big happy family, if you catch what I'm throwing down. So she had different siblings and different people in her circle, which were Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, Hestia, and Hera. She is the mother of Persephone, who was abducted by Hades to become queen of the underworld. Demeter was central to the Eleusinian mysteries, secret religious rites held in Ulysses, and promised initiates a more hopeful afterlife when they worshipped her. She is the symbol of harvest. She's often depicted with symbols of harvest such as sheaves, wheat, cornucopia, and a torch. Thesmorphia. Demeter was honored in the Thesmorphia, the festival held exclusively by women. What? Exclusively by women to promote fertility and growth of crops. And in this day and age, like with me, I would say fertility is also abundance and manifesting. Her grief over Persephone's abduction caused the earth to become barren, leading to the myth explaining of the seasons. Agricultural innovation. She is accredited with teaching humanity how to grow, preserve, and prepare grain. So she is the one that would spend time teaching people. Sacred animals include the pig, the snake, and both are symbols of fertility. She also has some other ones as well. Hi. I get it from Sally's. And I use 2 colors mixed together. If you'll message me that, I'll find out and I'll tell you. Just shoot me a message. Mystical powers. Demeter had the power to bring fertility to the land, but also take it away, causing famine. She is the consort of Zeus. In some myths, she had a relationship with Zeus, resulting in the birth of Persephone. And some myths, that is her, it's her ex, and some there's many different stories, and they're interconnected. She is sometimes depicted with a golden sickle, a tool for harvesting grain. Demeter has numerous sanctuaries and temples dedicated to her worship. She is said to have taught Triptolemus, a mortal, the art of agriculture and sent him out to teach it to others. So she did teach other teachers how to do this and then go out and teach everyone, right? Here are some spiritual correspondences with her, okay? This is, when we talk about goddesses and people talk about, do I work with a goddess? Do I do this? Who do I connect with? Who is most like me? I always tell you guys to listen to the archetypes, listen to all these different things that connect with the goddess. Do any of these things mean anything to you? And if they do, then maybe look a little deeper into it. So I'm going to talk to you about 20 of correspondence of Demeter. See if any of these connect with you, okay? Wheat. Anybody connected to wheat? It doesn't have to be like wheat bread. I'm talking about actual wheat. This represents abundance, fertility, and the harvest. Cornucopia, symbol of plenty and nourishment. A torch. Where are my hag torches? Do I have a hag torch in here? That's why I have my hag torch. Oh, I must have taken it out of here. Hag torches, any kind of torch is going to be a connection there. It signifies search, illumination, guidance, often associated with her search for Persephone. It's also Hecate as well, but they were together. Hecate and Demeter were together with a torch, lighting the way to go find her. They are great, aren't they? Thank you for the share. Appreciate it. A pig, a symbol of fertility, abundance, sacred to Demeter. A snake represents rebirth, transformation, and earth. You guys know I will tell you this a lot. Like a lot of people think spiritually or think negative things of snakes. I love to think of it as you shed your skin to grow, right? So it can have these positive connotations as well. Barley, associated with agricultural rituals. Bread symbolizes substance, life, and the fruits of labor. A poppy or a poppy seed represents sleep, dreams, and the cycle of life and death. The scythe or the sickle is the tool of the harvest, representing reaping of the crops and the cycles and growth of decay. Honey, I love honey. I love using honey in manifestation rituals. I love using honey, bees, all that, right? Honey is associated with nourishment, sweetness, and preservation. If you're wanting to sweeten up your day, if you're wanting to do an intention spell, intention bowl, and you want to sweeten up stuff, honey is your go-to. Flowering meadows represent fertility, beauty, and natural abundance. The color green symbolizes growth, fertility, and earth's richness. Autumn is the season associated with the harvest and the descent of Persephone into the underworld. Okay, she descended. She went down there probably because he was a bad boy and she wanted to go see what it was like, right? But that's just one of the stories, but that's probably more likely, I think. That's when she descended. Spring represents renewal, rebirth, and Persephone's return to Earth. This is when she is allowed to come back to Earth. And this is when spring comes, right? This is when the flowers start blooming. Ritual bread or ritual dough used in offerings and rituals to honor Demeter. Gold representing the golden fields of ripe again. The oak tree, symbol of strength, endurance, and stability, is sometimes sacred to Demeter. Grain fields represent abundance, the cycle of growth, and the nurturing aspect of Demeter. Milk, the symbol of nourishment, motherhood, and fertility. And ears of corn represent fertility, plenty, and the nurturing gifts of the earth. If you are setting up any kind of an altar, if you want to set up anything that would just represent her, maybe with her picture, anything like that, any of these things would be great for you to add. You could also add the pomegranate, knowing that that is also Persephone, but that is her daughter. Definitely can add some of those things. So many of you guys ask me, and we're going to talk way more about this in the future, especially in our goddess group that we're creating. And it is, how do you know when you're feeling a connection with a specific archetype or a specific deity or a specific energy? I am not going to be one to tell you that someone drops in front of you and says, "Hey, Shelly, how are you? Let's go ahead and go to work," right? It is all about connecting with the energy. It's all about connecting with things that match your energy. After all, everything is energy. And so when you can connect with something like that, you want to go ahead and nurture that, right? And so here are some things for you too. Thank you for the gift, your mom. I appreciate you. So here are some different things for you to consider. And just because these are your things does not mean there's anybody reaching out, but this is for you to look deeper into. The easiest way for you to learn is go into what you're drawn to and then do some research and dive a little deeper into it. If you're new in here and you want printouts of these things that I'm teaching from or any kind of community type things, you can go to the link in my bio. There is a group over on Facebook called Blend Your Spirit. And we do a lot of these things in there. So do you have a strong connection to nature? You feel a deep intuitive bond with the earth, plants, and changing seasons, right? Which would make sense because she is over the harvest. Do you have an interest in agriculture? Do you find yourself drawn to gardening, farming, or learning about agricultural practices? Do you have dreams and visions? You experience vivid dreams or visions involving fields of grain, wheat, or symbols associated with Demeter. Hang on. Hang on, I'm going to write something down. Hang on. Hi. Sorry if you're new in here. This happens sometimes. Hang on. Okay. address it afterwards. Okay, so unexplained encounters. Speaking of that, you notice frequent unexplained appearances like symbols linked to Demeter, such as wheat, poppies, or snakes. Do you have an emotional response to harvest time? Do you feel particularly emotional or spiritually uplifted during harvest season and agricultural festivals? Increased fertility and awareness. You become more aware of issues related to fertility, both in human reproduction and fertility of the land and prosperity just overall for people. Do you have a deep desire to protect nature? Do you feel a strong urge to protect the environment and support ecological causes? Feeling loss and renewal. You go through personal cycle of loss and renewal, mirroring the myth of Demeter and Persephone, right? Think about that. Persephone, she goes into the underworld, and she's down there for about 6 months, and then she comes back up over 6 months. So in the dark, right? In the dark, where you have to be, at least for us, to be able to plant seeds. Feeling of loss and renewal. You go through personal cycles. Connection to food and nourishment. You develop profound appreciation for food, grains, and the process involved growing and preparing it. You're drawn to rituals and festivals that honor the cycles of nature. You have empathy for mothers and children. You feel a heightened empathy and connection to the experiences of mothers and children, reflecting Demeter's role as a mother. Intuitive message. You receive intuitive messages or signs during meditation, divination, quiet moments guiding towards Demeter. Increased sensitivity to seasons. You become more sensitive to the changes in seasons and the impact they have on Earth and your own life. Presence in nature. You feel a sense of presence and guidance when you're in natural settings, specifically in fields, forests, and meadows. Do you have an interest in mythology? Do you develop a strong interest in Greek mythology, particularly stories involving Demeter and Persephone? Do you experience synchronicities related to Demeter, such as hearing her name or encountering her symbols repeatedly in a short period? Nurturing instincts. You feel a deepening of your nurturing instincts, whether towards people, animals, or the earth. Art and creativity. You feel inspired to create art, music, literature that reflects themes of agriculture, fertility, and nature. Oh, yeah. No, I feel that so much. Received signs before. Guidance through tarot or oracle. You receive guidance from tarot, oracle cards, or other divinatory tools that point towards Demeter's influence. Some appropriate ways for you to begin to connect with her, if she will connect, if her energy will. There's many different debates out there on TikTok on whether you can do it, she can do it, whatever. But I'm giving you some ways that if you want to learn more about her, learn more to be in her energy, you're more likely to be able to connect. So, to seek her blessing for successful crops and gardening and farming endeavors. So, ask and look into agricultural blessings. Fertility, only if it's in the money or prosperity. No babies here, but fertility, for assistance with fertility, whether it be for human reproduction or prosperity for yourself. Nurturing and motherhood, to seek guidance and support, nurturing roles, particularly related to motherhood and caregiving. If you are a caregiver, you don't have to be a mother to connect to a mothering energy, right? Divine feminine is that. It is mother energy. So whether or not you have actually a child, if you're connected with your divine feminine, you're going to be connected with that energy. Environmental stewardship, to gain insight and strength in efforts to protect and preserve the environment and natural resources. Are you healing from loss? To find comfort and healing after the loss of a loved one, drawing from her experience of losing and regaining her daughter Persephone. Renewal and rebirth, to seek personal renewal, especially after periods of hardship, reflecting the cyclical nature of the seasons. Sustenance and nourishment, to honor the importance of food and nourishment, both physically and spiritually, to cultivate gratitude for the sustenance provided by earth. Ritual and tradition, to participate and revive in ancient rituals and traditions associated with Demeter. Empowerment in crisis, to find strength and resilience in times of crisis or significant change, drawing on Demeter's determination during her search for Persephone. Are you willing to carry the torch with one of your leaders, one of your loved ones, someone in your circle, to go down into the dark and get what you desire? Are you ready? Spiritual growth, to explore deeper spiritual meanings related to the cycles of death and rebirth. Creative inspiration, to seek inspiration for creative works. Do you need some inspiration? Community and sharing. To foster a sense of community and sharing, especially in contents related to prosperity, abundance, and manifesting. Got a torch. Let's go. Healing and medicine, to seek guidance in natural healing, traditional medicine practices related to plants and herbs. Seasonal changes, to attune yourself to the natural rhythms and changes of the seasons, enhancing your spiritual practice with seasonal awareness. Family and ancestry, to honor your family and ancestral connections, particularly those linked to farming and rural life. Personal growth, to engage in personal growth and transformation using a metaphor of planting seeds and nurturing them into fruition. So that is what I have on Demeter. I did post, like I said, in Blend Your Spirit. Hold please, Rainbow. Please stop. I did post in Blend Your Spirit one of the videos. I am going to post some more things here right after I get off of here. I posted some pictures as well. And then we did read some of Homer's, I can't remember the thing. Okay, so I'm going to do this real quick so they'll leave me alone. Okay, I think I know who this relates to, but I'm just going to throw you some information, okay? That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to say the things that came out, okay? This has to do with somebody. Okay, so how do I explain this? Okay, let's talk about Dukes of Hazzard. Okay, let's talk about Dukes of Hazzard. So it is someone who was in their prime, when the Dukes of Hazzard was out. Okay, because they have cut off shorts and they have kind of like a crop top on, and they have a gold necklace on, and their hair is the color of a brown Cocker Spaniel. So it's like the tan color. Okay, I know. Just hear me out. They do show a car, and I don't know if the Dukes of Hazzard, I don't know what the number is, but they're telling me something about a 64. So I don't know if they died in 64. I don't know if they had a sports car, like an old car, I love the old muscle cars, that was a 64 something. I have a feeling it has to do with a car because it's showing me lots of different cars. Okay. And I feel like he passed away in his sleep. Maybe they found him. I don't know, but he shows me kind of it goes from Dukes of Hazzard looking person and sports cars and stuff like that to him being older and not, of course, looking like that, but looking older and very wrinkled hands and almost like he just fell asleep, whether it be at home, in the hospital, or whatever. There's something about coins. There's something about keys to this car, or someone getting the car, someone learning to drive the car. And 64. And I just keep hearing that stupid song from the Dukes of Hazzard. So I feel like this is someone's grandparent. I feel like, because he's jingling coins in his hand, and I just keep seeing the cutoff shorts, like the Dukes of Hazzard stuff, and coins jingling in his hand. So he is connected to a woman that is in here. Okay. He's connected to a woman that's in here. And I don't know if it's a grandparent. I don't know. It's got to be a grandparent. Hang on. I'm going to just write this stuff down real quick. Grandparents. It's a 64. Is this what your dad looked like? Did he look shaggy, have the shaggy hair? So what he's saying is that there were a lot of times whenever whoever he's connected to, that he was not very nice. He wasn't very nice. So he's showing me like he was in his prime, like Dukes of Hazzard type stuff. And then he's showing me coins and things like that. And he's saying basically like there were times that he was really nice, but that overall maybe he wasn't he didn't show a lot of emotion, and that was kind of his downfall. And he had some secrets, and maybe some of the secrets didn't come out until after he was gone, or maybe until this person was older. Does this make sense? So he's showing me coins. He shows me a piggy bank. If it's connected to you, you would find coins. What year is your car, Jen? Your Mustang. Hi, Sean. He's acting like he wasn't emotionally available, and now he is acting like he is more available now from the other side, and then he drops coins, and he's acknowledging a car or a number that's 64 that would mean something specific to this person. So there's something. So the connections are with whoever he's connected for is the number 64. This could be how old he was when he passed. This could be, I feel like though it's more connected to a muscle car. And then he had like cut off shorts. There's coins. He always kept coins like in his pockets, and he's showing me like he always had holes in his pockets, and maybe he's acting like he has holes in his pockets now. That's why he like accidentally drops them and you find them. And so coins, and if you don't find them, maybe I would be on the lookout for them. So coins 64, cut-offs, and he's around a lot more than you think. Okay, so maybe this does. He's not acting like it's to you, but like, did he call you a different name? Does one of your grandkids have a piggy bank? Oh. That's where the emotional unavailability comes from. Jupiter has one. Okay. Does Okay, I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna message you some of this. It's not that it's bad or anything like that. It's just there's a whole lot of random pieces, and maybe they'll make sense to you since it's likely for you. Because he acts when I say like Jennifer, he's like he acts like he doesn't know that. So I don't know if he called you a different name. Did he have like a nickname for you? Because he's almost reprimanding me because I'm calling you Jen's place. And so I don't know if he's like, no, that's not your name. Or Jennifer, and it's like, no. Like shooing me away like I don't know what I'm talking about. So I don't know if he called you a different name. But there's definitely a piggy bank. He leaves coins. Did he whistle? Whew. Okay. I think that's my grandfather with him. And there's some things being illustrated, orchestrated. Little bird. Okay. Not Jennifer, though. He's not. It's like, nope. Mm-mm. Okay. Um, where was your dad from? Where was he from? Did he have any ties to Kansas? Because like it's weird because like I feel like his energy, but I'm like, did he whistle? Did he have a toothpick in his mouth? But then that's my grandfather. That's like my grandfather energy coming in, which is weird. I've never had that during a reading before. But that's like my grandfather that passed away. And he whistled and he always had a toothpick, but they're saying there's a tie to Kansas. So I don't know what that tie is. It's weird. Like I've never had like mine come through. Um, okay, I'm gonna send you a message just with all the information. Um, was his name when he quit smoking? He did. Um, I'm just asking. I'm trying to find this connection of why my grandfather. His name Paul at all? Because my grandfather's name is Paul. I'm trying to find the connection with Kansas and him and like what that is. Thank you for that gift. I appreciate you. Oh, it's Rebel. Thank you, Rebel. Um, okay. Paul. Okay. That was my grandfather's name. I'm just trying to find a connection there. Close, Kansas. Man, I have all kinds of words flashing, so I'll just send the. Okay, so I'm just going to send this to you. Okay, because I do think it's for you. It's just I don't know how it's all connected. I've never had like anybody for me come. I'm like, why are you here? What are you doing? Go away. Okay, so sometimes that happens, guys. If you're new in here, sorry. But Jen, I will message you that. Okay, so It is interesting. Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of 64, Dukes of Hazzard, Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven, or like guitar type stuff. There's Cut Off Shorts, Piggy Bank, Loose Coins, Kansas, um, Toothpick Whistling. Yeah, there's a bunch. That song, was that one of his songs, or is that a song you listen to? Because there's a connection with that too. That was the other thing that I wrote down. So essentially, he's trying to, I mean, he's acknowledging that like he wasn't always there for you on an emotional level. It's almost like he knows that you need to do some healing for not having divine, not that he was divine feminine, right? But because he, it's like there was a missing link somewhere there between you sang it and played on guitar. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. It's almost like he's acknowledging like maybe he was harder on you or something. But that it didn't really change the way that he felt about you, but that's all he knew to do. And he acts like he's doing it different from the other side, but he's also acknowledging that like he leaps coins. So if you find coins or anything like that, he's definitely doing that. And it's almost like he's trying, like I'm speaking, and it's almost like he wants to smile and like have that glitter thing, like ting ting, like I've got it, like I'm saying what he's wanting me to say type thing. So it's something to do with that. So yeah, because it keeps sparkling like ching ching ching. But it shows him when he was younger, right? It doesn't show like what he did except like towards the end. I don't know how he passed, but he acts like he was already asleep when it happened. He did a coin trick from behind your ear. Okay, that's wild. Okay, that makes sense. He was asleep. Okay, that all makes sense then. All right, well, I'm not a medium. He's watching, he's around differently, and he's just letting me know to tell you that like he's sorry that he feels like, from what he's showing me, like he feels like you have to heal from some things with him, and that wasn't his intention. Like he didn't know, right? He didn't know, but he knows you know that, but he wants to make sure he tells you that because he never got to, and that he is around you. He came to you and he passed. You know what he means. Okay, perfect. All right, so messages from Not Medium Kitty. Okay, there you go. I'll send you the rest of the information though. What is the Dukes of Hazzard thing? Or is that just like the symbol for a 64 car? Like, or is that just kind of how he looked when he was younger? You're welcome. It was your favorite show. Okay. Because I just hear it play in my mind and I'm like, what the fuck is that song? So, okay. All right. Yes, not a medium for sure. Okay. All right. So now that we got that under control, so tonight is the last night for the raffle. If you do want to enter, he mowed the lawn like that. Ah, that's the toothpick thing. Okay. That makes sense. Complete sense. Okay. All right. Well, for whatever reason, he wanted to come through today. Just smile. The best smile. Ting ting. So the raffle ends today. The raffle does support the upcoming retreat. It is in November. There's limited space available. There's even more so limited beds. However, it is a women's retreat. It is a healing retreat. It is going to focus on us planning the next year, whatever that looks like for you. So we are going to have it on a full moon in November. We are going to do some full moon healing type things. You guys are so funny. And then we are going to dive into some healing, how to get out of our own way. We're going to address things on a very personal level on why you're standing in your own way and try to get to the root of that so we can move past that. So it's going to be some definite healing processes. The raffle does go into an account to help a few people that may not be able to afford the full amount. So to help with sponsorships and things like that. And but you do have the opportunity to win at least one of 3 prizes, but there may be some more. And the first one is a $200 prize. The next one is a $100 prize. And the third one is a $50 prize. And there might be a couple of others too, depending on what Miss Butterfly Creations wants to throw in as well. So that is tonight. And then it ends tonight. I am doing scoops next Friday. And it is going to be, you have small scoops, you can have large scoops. You have to message me with that information on that. Also, we have next month's box is not a $45 one. It is a $25 one. It's an intuitive pick crystal, tower, sphere, something of that nature. And it is the herbs, which we're doing mugwort, blue lotus, and lavender for a tea. And then we will have crystals. The crystal this month is a very expensive crystal that you're getting for a very good price. It's Vivianite. It's usually like for the piece that you're getting, it's probably like a $25 piece. It's just a teeny tiny piece. It's Vivianite. You're going to get a tumble bloodstone. You're going to get a slice of agate. And then what is the other one? A garnet. You're going to get a piece of garnet. And so that box is $25 this month. And what else is going on? Is there anything else going on? I'm working on the calendar tonight. It will be out tomorrow. If you do want to sign up to get the calendar, go to kittylynn.com and put in your email address. It's like down in the middle of the page. And then you can subscribe to get our blogs and our emails and things like that. I do have a store there. I also have a store over on Facebook called Kitty Lynn's Cavern or Kitty's Cavern. And so that is over there as well. Next month, we are going to be doing a spirit doll class at the end of the month. We are doing a lot of paranormal lives. We are doing a dream live. We are doing a lot of others as well. So definitely we'll get you guys all the calendar, all the information as we move through. We do book clubs on Sunday, book club on Sunday. Let me see if I have the book in here. Do I have the book in here? I don't have the book in here. Project 369 is the book until we finish it, basically. And we do that Sunday night at 7:00. June is going to be empath month. So we are going to talk about ways that as an empath or a sensitive person that you can recognize what's going on, how to take back your power, all those things. We do have herbs. Miss Marty is teaching herbs, the medicinal properties on herbs on the second Thursday of the month. And I'm teaching about the crystals on the first Monday of the month, herbs on the second Monday of the month. So all kinds of stuff all over. We're also working on a group. We don't know what it's going to be called, but it is basically Gathering of the Goddesses. This is going to be where all the information for our retreats are going to be in. It's also going to be where we dive in and do a little bit deeper ceremonial type things. So for new moon, for full moon, for any of those things, this is where it will be a private group. You either have to go to a retreat to be in the group or pay a monthly fee. It's not going to be a big monthly fee, but it is a private group that we're going to put a lot. I love that name, Avron. We're going to put a lot of energy into that because that is really where my heart is on empowering and helping others find their authentic self, especially divine feminine. And so it will be a smaller group, but it will be in there for you to be able to connect with people in a very similar path. You're going to be able to learn different rituals, different empowerment things, and just talk about goddess empowerment type things. I don't have all those details yet. As I have them, I will definitely let you know. If you want like first dibs on knowing, go join Blend Your Spirit over on Facebook. That's really where we do polls. There's a bunch of chats over there. You can pick your little area to go to, and we'll go from there. I am starting back up private shadow work classes because I have had people ask. So I do have that. I do private reads. I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff. But anyway, everything that you would need to know would be over in Blend Your Spirit, or you can go to kittylyn.com and subscribe to the email list. And I'm going to get with Shelly in the next month. That way she can help with the blogs as well. And then I'll try to get out a couple a week. That way there's some more information regarding, say, the monthly things in there. So maybe I can get like all of our teachers to do like one a month, and then I can just go in and load it in. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys sticking through it with me with all the stuff here and there and all over the place. And I will sign off here, the not medium Kitty. You'll add that to the list. Okay. Yeah, do that. And we'll go from there. What am I doing tomorrow? Oh yeah, tomorrow night, me and Rebel are going live. We are going to talk about her, and if Jen's available, she will too. But we're going to talk about her latest investigation, and she's going to kind of talk about the story of where she was and kind of different things that she experienced. And so if you are one of our paranormal people, come join me and Rebel and Miss Jen as we discuss her latest investigation with Revelation Paranormal. Okay. And tomorrow, before that, I will do the drawing for whoever wins all these amazing prizes. So I hope you guys have an amazing night. Again, last night for the raffle. Send over your money to my Cash App or PayPal, and we'll go from there. I love you guys. Good night.